So these are trampoline springs that I bought for $5 off of somebody on Facebook Marketplace. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to use these springs to make your tube bender so much easier to use. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be installing these springs to help return the die back to its neutral position or its start position. And the way that we're going to do it is we're going to drill 2 holes in the top crossbar of the bender frame, and then we're going to hook the bottom into the jack plate. I'm reusing the hole from the bolt that held the two together. In order to reuse that bolt hole, I had to move that bolt, so I had to drill another hole. Doesn't really matter where you hook these springs into, just so long as they're in a straight line. In order to hook these springs together, it is much easier if you loosen the top bolt, slip the top of the jack out of its collar, and then hook the springs together, push against the springs, and put the jack back in. That makes it so much easier. Okay, so where we're at now is we've got 2 springs from the top to bottom. They're sharing a hole on the bottom, and they've got 2 separate holes on the top, but they are separate. So if one breaks, the other one should still be there. So we shouldn't suffer a catastrophic failure, but we've got 2 springs in line with each other, and we're gonna give this thing a run and see how it does and see if it can retract fully once it's been stretched. Let's go. Okay, so that's going to be full extension. The springs look okay. They're still pretty tight. We're going to give them a quick thwack with a hammer, adjustable wrench, and make sure that nothing explodes. Also kind of make sure we're seated all the way. Nothing's right on the edge of exploding that could potentially hurt us later on down the road. So now we're going to release that. We're going to go ahead and retract it and see if this thing can retract all the way back up. Almost, come on. To summarize, with these 2 springs as it is, it doesn't quite pull it all the way up. The last 1/4 inch needs a little bit of help, but once you help it with your hand, it goes ahead and holds it in the all the way up position, which is really what we're going for and what we really care about. So as it stands, we spent $5 on 4 5.5 inch trampoline springs. We reused a bolt hole there. We had to drill another bolt hole and then 2 holes in the top brace in order to hook the springs in. This upgrade total all-in cost here about $5, like I said, and I would say this thing works fabulously well now. Everything moves as it should. We had a little bit of leakage of the jack while we were moving it around, so we got to clean that off later on. But we've adjusted it to where we've got our die sits in there straight, and now we don't have to manually hold it while we're inserting tube. So this, I would say, is the best $5 you can spend for this tool. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys very, very soon.